good wine is grown in the vineyard, and pruning predetermines the whole year's growth and ultimately the quality of the grape. It also signals the beginning of the growing season for the vineyard. And it's the most important task on the vineyard, the single most important task. The aim of pruning is to create a structure that will support and ripen an evenly distributed crop of grapes and guarantee next year's canes for replacement. But also we do this by removing undersized canes, laterals, tendrils and rackies or bunches of grapes. At the same time, by doing this, we are developing an unshaded canopy, so it will help ripen the fruit, and also we're removing any disease incidents. This is a cane replacement system we use in this vineyard, or probably better known as a head cane replacement cane system. There's two methods, or there's two operations to pruning a cane. The first one is to remove the unwanted material, and secondly it is to wrap the cane onto the fruiting wire. So I begin by pruning. This is a mature cane. I can tell we select our canes. These two canes here are good canes because they fall between the size of 6 and 12 millimeters, and they've got good internodal lengths of between 100 and 150 mils. So that's how we select our canes. Also the fact that they've got good lignification, good length. So I've selected these two canes to go onto the wire. We have a cane wrap to the right, one to the left. This vineyard is designed for the cane to meet halfway, with a number of nodes to be around 15 on the wire. That's said to be in balance. So I begin the first operation, and that's just removing unwanted last season's shoot growth. The first thing you should do is put a spur in a mature cane, so it guarantees that we have this time next year we have a cane to wrap on the fruiting wire. Straight away I can walk up to this vine here. We count the number of buds or nodes. We have a basal bud, but we always go to the first count bud, then the second bud count, and about a centimetre past we cut on an angle. The reason we select the first two count buds is the basal bud is less likely to grow fruit, so we always count the first bud, and this is the nodal length. So we've got our spur, we've guaranteed next year's canes. The next step is to remove all the unwanted laterals, rackies or last year's bunch grapes, tendrils. Tendrils are like the hands, they grab onto the wire. We're very careful not to hug the cane with the secateurs because we don't want to cut off the bud. That's our economic unit. So we cut above. I'll do a bud count. I know there's a basal bud there, so I go to the first clear bud, count bud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And that should be about head height, so I can safely cut it there to begin with. I go to the other side, likewise do the same. So by removing all these last year's shoot growth, we're removing disease, pressure. Roughly do this, that's approximate height. The next step is to wrap the cane. We take the tie, we use a vine tie. To wrap the cane onto the wire, grafts the wire and the cane push down with your thumb, but not right down. The reason being, you can bust the cane right here and now. So move along with the other hand, grab some purchase on the wire, it takes all the weight off there and you get a nice curve. Keep the cane close to the wire. I move along to about halfway. I'm going to make this here my last good bud. So I'm going to put the tie here. Always tie to the nearest bud, because I'm going to cut through diagonally. The reason being is we made the diameter of the cane wider and it stops the vine tie sliding off. I can now count the buds again. I've got a basil bud, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm quite happy with that, good spacings. I remove any old dead wood. Same again, because I'm next to the intermediate post, I possibly want to shorten that a bit more. When you wrap a cane, you always wrap from the inside out. The inside is always on the west side. Reason being, we want to pull the vine into the centre of the row. We don't want the vine hanging out with machinery, because it's a modern mechanised vineyard and you can end up damaging the vine. So we always wrap from the inside out. Grafts the wire and the cane, shorten a bit more. Push down, move my hand along, get some purchase on the wire there, it takes all the weight off the cane. I can take this right to the end. I can see that's going to be the last good bud, so I'll tie here as close as I can. I'll remove that. Count the buds, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9 and 8, 16, 17, 18, 19. I'd say that's what I consider a balanced plant. We've balanced the vine vigor and its capacity, and that's a completed wrapped vine.